All right, folks, just like the title says, I have another bullish XRP update for you today. I'm not even talking about the green candles that are printing on that chart. We do like to see that with Bitcoin back above 74,000, XRP back above a buck 45. That's fantastic, but we're actually talking about the fundamentals. Another Japanese payment provider flipping the switch and going live with XRP, a smashing day for volume on the XRP ETFs, with a little bit of the suits fighting over who can sell XRP ETFs the best. We love to see it. And then we're going to talk about another integration, another provider for XRP yield. It's Bullish with a little feature from Zebec and Canton as well. Let's get into the update. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss our updates. Right on into it. Trump officially nominates Kevin Warsh as the Fed chair to replace Jerome Powell. Now he heads off to the Senate for confirmation. That's bullish data point number one. Bullish data point number two is the president and his sons calling out the banks for holding up the Clarity Act. Now, I don't care whether you like Trumps, don't like Trumps, worship the Trumps, or are offended by the Trumps. We got to give them credit for calling out the banks and for pushing for clarity and for the United States of America to become the crypto capital of the world. Of course, they got to make sure they get their back end deal done as well, too. That's okay. As long as we get that level playing field, that's all we've been fighting for. And that's all Eric Trump is fighting for here when he makes his comments very clear. Big banks like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, etc., are lobbying overtime to block Americans from getting higher yields on their savings, while trying to block any rewards or perks from being given to customers. They really do want a monopoly. These banks, and you guys know the story. You guys know the story right here. But he says right here, the ABA and other lobbyists are spending millions trying to ban or restrict those yields via bills like the Clarity Act, crying fairness and using words like stability when it's really about protecting their low-rate monopoly and preventing deposit flight. This is anti-retail, anti-consumer, and straight-up anti-American. And God bless that. I would echo that statement right there. Next time you see a big bank dropping billions on a shiny new Midtown Manhattan headquarter, JP Morgan got a nice new $3 billion downtown Manhattan. Yep, we saw that one. And I noted how that was a nice perch for them to look over and pick over, who was going to go in the private credit crisis, all the other issues that we face right now. They got a nice new perch for the eagle's nest. They get to scour over the field and pick off their feed. Okay? That's JP Morgan. But you know exactly where that money comes from, the non-existent interest rate that they pay you. Fortunately, the big banks are losing this fight as customers wake up to the game. So like I said, you like Trump, don't like Trump, they're fighting the banks, they're calling out the banks, and we want that level playing field, absolutely. Let's get a quick take here on Zebec. Almost 12 billion tokens staked so far. I've added to my bags on Zebec here. ZBCN is the ticker. And I've been loading up on Caleb and Brown. We have them linked up down below. You can store your Zebec in free institutional grade custody at Caleb and Brown. We have them linked down below. But they're at 11.6 billion staked. That is a lot. For those guys who don't know, I think the total supply is about 100 billion. So that's over 10% of the overall Zebec ZBCN token is staked right now. That's massive. Now, we got a little flirting of a potential partnership, a little tease. This is Zebec CEO Simon Babakani. We had him on the show. If you missed the interview, go to my interviews playlist on my channel, interviews playlist, and you'll find the link there for CEO of Zebec, Simon Babakani. Go check out that interview that I did with him. But here's a little snippet. They've teamed up with Lattice Finance, which is a neobank on the Canton network, and they also hint at something bigger, a direct partnership with Canton itself in the effort of saving time. I'm not going to play the clip, but go check it out. They dropped the space today on X. That's fantastic. And for those guys who are looking for a place to buy and store Canton, that's another project that I've gone in big on lately. We have it available now on iTrust Capital. So they have it in their IRA product, and they're bringing it for their premium custody account and their treasury accounts as well. That's their new product for your business, your nonprofit, any other entity that you have, and you want to make it, have a digital asset treasury. iTrust Capital just rolled out that product, and I love it. Now use my link down below and you'll get a $100 funding bonus. Now, like I said, the suits are fighting over who can sell the XRP ETFs the best. I told you guys the suits were going to be selling it with slideshow presentations. I don't need to shill XRP. I don't need to sell it and bring in, a bunch of new people, even though we do. We do spread the word. The suits are now doing it for us. And this is Hunter Horsley, CEO of Bitwise, saying that the Bitwise XRP ETF is now the largest XRP ETF in America. He's talking 10 million inflows so far this week. Grateful to investors entrusting Bitwise to steward their assets. So I'm going to slide over to xrp-insights.com. This ETF tracker is fantastic. We have XRP at $1.45. Total AUM on all of the ETFs is 1.1 billion. Over 800 million XRP locked in the vaults now. Love to see it. We are quickly approaching 1% of the total XRP supply being locked in these vaults. Absolutely love to see it. And on today's volume, 52 million of volume today. I'm telling you right now, smart money, sophisticated investors, they are buying the heck out of this dip and out of this pullback. Not trying to time the bottom. I'm not trying to time the bottom either. I told you guys I got my orders, and I told my Discord group I just added more buy orders. So I got XRP spot buy, XRP add to my long. I'm also picking up a couple other cryptos as well too when we do get that pullback that I'm still expecting. Despite this being a bullish update, despite green candles, and despite the great fundamentals, I'm worried about the war, I'm worried about conflict, and I'm worried about the private credit crisis. And so I still think that we might see some more downside here. One more attempt at, $1.20 XRP, $1.30 XRP. We already went down to those levels just this last week. And so not in the clear all the way yet, but it's not stopping the inflows from coming back. Smart money loading up in the ETFs. They're filling up their bags as well. Love to see it. Now, I told you guys the XRP yield is going to be trending. It's not trending yet, but it's going to be. And the reason why you come to my channel is to get these insights, to understand what comes next. And we have focused on the digital asset space. That's our forte. But it's so important to get it and then position yourself before the masses catch up, before the masses see it trending, right? We're using the hashtag before everybody else is, and the hashtag is XRP yield. And we have Doppler partnering up with Hex Trust to bring institutional grade custody and yield infrastructure to wrapped XRP, expanding XRP liquidity across multiple blockchain ecosystems beyond the XRP ledger. Everybody and their brother is coming. He who has the gold makes the rules. We have the gold. We have the XRP. So am I saying to go give your money to Doppler, give your money to Flare, do this, do that? No, I'm not. I am putting all of these platforms in front of you, educating you about all of them so that you can conduct due diligence with me. I'll tell you what I do, you tell me what you do, and together we can make educated investment decisions. That's why we bring this to your attention. Now, Japanese payment provider going live with the XRP ledger. Vet says he already knows why they chose the XRP ledger. Japanese payment platform, they are looking to utilize once available smart escrows for trustless and conditional escrow settlement services. For them, it's the last friction left in traditional finance. And so we're looking here at an official press release from Vlitup Inc. That's Vlitup with a V. We have officially launched a next-generation trade finance global payment platform based on the XRP ledger. Through multi-party decentralized consensus-based escrow settlement in LC transactions, settlements that traditionally took several days are now completed almost immediately upon fulfillment of conditions. And that's where the escrow will come in as well. Here's the official press release. You do need to translate it over to English. Vlitup, head office is in Tokyo. CEO is Yoshio Minamoto. Hopefully I got that right. I think I did. I asked Grok to tell me about this company. They're a new fintech startup based in Tokyo, founded in 2022. They have a few different products here, but they just announced here this integration with the XRP ledger. Absolutely love to see it. Relatively young, but an innovative player in the growing Web3 fintech scene over there in Japan. And we've been talking about Japan, how they love the XRP ledger, the APAC region, significant growth, not just with Ripple, but other. I mean, this is not a partnership with Ripple. And we drew your attention to these types of deals where it's like, hey guys, this is a bank, this is an institution, this is a payment provider, this is a new company that's choosing the XRP ledger without a partnership with Ripple, without any incentivization from Ripple. Ripple's not holding their hand. Now, we've always said that's the benefit of choosing XRP, is that Ripple is there to hold the hand of the traditional incumbents, the old players, the old guard. We can hold your hand, okay? Brad is now king of the castle, okay? And XRP is the chosen world reserve digital currency of the new financial system, or at least one of them, right? We say gold plays a role, XRP is the liquidity. It's very simple. And you're now seeing it come forward. You're now seeing it come live. And like I said, position yourself before the masses catch up to speed on XRP yield, on the fact that banks and payment institutions in the United States of America are about to start flipping that switch as well too. It starts over here in Japan, so it begins in London. All across the world, we've seen XRP switches being flipped. We've just been waiting for America. And so say what you want about the Trumps. At the start of this video, I talked about how at least they're calling out the banks. Yes, maybe the Trump family wants to get a back end on their deal. They got their own business. I'm all for it. I'm all for a level playing field. That's all we've ever been fighting for. And there's a reason why on a level playing field, when you can stack up all of the opportunities, all the ledgers against each other, there's a reason why XRP has been in the top 10 for over a decade. Basically, ever since it's been around, it's been a top 10 crypto. It stays top 10. And there's a very good probability that actually that XRP even flips Ethereum or Bitcoin down the road. But you need to position yourself before that happens for that to be meaningful or for that to be relevant and matter to you. So that's why we educate you here today. Like I said, if you're new here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are going to keep the updates coming. We love the opportunities that are in front of us right now on the digital asset space and more. We cover all the financial markets, but I get so excited about this crypto opportunity. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and all of our community resources are at zacrector.com. Thank you, and God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.